Hello everybody, welcome back to more Phoenix Wright Justice For All. In the last episode, we broke Acro, more like, as to why he's in a wheelchair. So now we're going to be having the final showdown with Franziska von Karma on December 30th, right before the new year. Good morning, Max. Oh, yeah, good morning, sweeties. It's lagging. It stopped, okay. You don't seem like your usual sparkling self today. I'm always like this before I go in front of an audience. I'm working up to it. See? Don't get nervous, Maxie. Here, have a glass of milk. Regina! How fabulous! My sweetie pie princess! You came all the way, you came to watch my performance today? Of course I did! Mo told me that I should come and watch this. Mo said that? So, what kind of performance will you put on today? Let me guess, you'll fly at the end? It's not that kind of show. Isn't that right, my sweeties? Huh? I think my sweetie pie princess she doesn't seem to realize what's going on. Or even where she is. Well, Max, it looks like it's time to raise the curtain. I'll see you later. Today I'm just a member of the audience. Fabulous. Enjoy yourself out there. Good luck, Max. You're the best. I always seem to flub up reading. Regina's different, don't you think, Nick? Top of the morning to ya! Hey everybody, let's get ready to get stuck in legal limbo. How low can you go? Mo? Top of the morning to you, guy. Governor? Top of the morning. That's the ticket. Attacking the day starts with energy in the morning. The early the bird gets the worm, but then again, worms lack higher brain function. Here, Max, I brought you a present. Have some milk. Oh my! Thank you! How are you today? How are you today, right? How you doing? Is what I was kind of going at. Well, I got the feeling today I'm going to face off against the real criminal. You mean Acro? Huh? You think he did it? Be careful. He's used to putting his life out on the line. Literally. He's got guts to spare. If all I've got to worry about is how thin the tightrope is, I'm used to it already. It just means that I won't be able to press him like I can other witnesses. What are you going to do then, Nick? Guess today we'll just have to do without our usual physiological warfare. Today we rely on evidence. It's the only way to get past Acro and to the truth. You're right, but it's gonna be tough. Especially with Miss Von Whippy on the opposite side of us. Anyways, I want you to make sure Regina sees it all today. It's important. Then she'll finally have to deal with the reality of what happened to her father. You want us to make sure Regina watches? Yes, that's why I brought her here to court today. What's that supposed to mean? She needs to know that when people die, they don't just become stars. I may be an old-fashioned clown, but I don't believe in people becoming stars. Well, that's kind of a dark thing to end off that part on, but here we go. District Court number 2. Franziska von Karma, round 2. Let's do this. The court is now in session for the trial of Maximilian Galactica. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, Miss von Karma, you may proceed with your case. The prosecution would like to revise its previous theory of events. What's the meaning of this? We have discovered a new witness, or shall I say, a new eyewitness. One that saw Maximilian Galactica fly off from the scene of the crime. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's not really flying with anybody right there. Order! I had a feeling something like this would come up. Due to this revision, we are now prepared to explain how the defendant flew that night. An explanation the prosecution will present if the need arises. In fact, my detective stayed up all night creating a mock-up of the scene on my orders. Poor Gumshoe. I wasn't even looking. You need to speak up, that's the problem. Very well, please call your witness to the stand. Time to get to work, or shall I say, time to walk the courtroom tightrope. Let's do this. Name and occupation. Ken Dingley, but everyone calls me Acro. I'm an employee as an acrobat at the Very Big Circus. I always call it Big Berry. Where were you the night of the crime? I was in my room that night. If you look at the map, you will see where the witness's room is near the crime scene. My room is on the 3rd floor. The crime scene is below my window. The night of the crime, the witness saw something quite shocking. Would you tell us what you witnessed? Okay. Here we go. What you witnessed. It was just after 10 p.m. and I was resting on my bed. Around that time, I heard a large thump noise outside the window. Then a few moments later, I saw someone flying right by my window. It was Max Galactica. I almost saw him from behind, but that's what it looked like. To be honest, when I saw that, I thought I was dreaming. He didn't give us a lot to go on. This witness testimony matches up exactly with that of the clown. If that's the case, there is very little the prosecution need add. All that's left is to explain how the defendant disappeared into the sky that night. Oh, yeah. Before we get that far, I'd like to cross-examine the witness. A foolish choice by a foolish fool who wishes to feel the foolish sadness of a sad fool. A man must know the proper things for proper timing for things, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Just like your old friend, Mr. Miles Edgeworth did. Mr. Wright, do you have a problem with the witness's testimony? In the words of Miss Von Karma, may I quote yesterday's proceedings? There is no way that actually happened. Very well. You may proceed with the cross-examination. Okay. Like I said earlier, he wasn't giving us that much to go off of. So we're just gonna have to do what we do before. Is it lagging? I don't... Doesn't... You said that you were resting in bed? One would thus assume that you turned the lights off in your room, correct? That's correct. But there are safety lights around the outside of the lodging house. It's so bright, sometimes it can make it hard to sleep. If that's the case, wouldn't it be a good idea to close some curtains? I never really thought of that. I guess that means I'm off to buy some curtains. Sometimes I do make myself useful in these chambers. Ow! The witness will proceed with his testimony. Yeah, blah blah blah, you heard a thump. Thump. Your room is on the 3rd floor, right? Yes. And you said that you were resting in bed? That is correct. But you were still able to hear a sound from outside? I was indeed. Pressing Acro doesn't seem to get results. Screw it, let's go with this. There is a huge contradiction with the testimony that was just given.
Objection!
If there's a contradiction, then prove it with evidence. She's right. Let's see some evidence. Do you have any evidence to support your claim of a contradiction? Let's see. He said he heard there was a loud thump. How would he... I don't know. Shh. I did say screw it.
Take that!
This is... What in the world is this thing? Ow! You just don't get it, do you, Mr. Phoenix Wright? What don't I get? You're not going to be able to get through this one with your usual bluff routine. Your client looks to be ready to take off once again. Straight towards a guilty verdict. You were bluffing? I wasn't bluffing. At least I didn't get penalized for that. Yeah, it's lagging in this part, which is weird. I don't like it. Months later, he saw someone flying right by my window. Are you sure it was a human being? It could have been a mannequin, perhaps a large action figure. Well, setting aside the possibility of a mannequin, an action figure is plausible. You have no need to mince words with Mr. Phoenix Wright. Testify to the truth and only the truth, just as if we were there with you that night. I believe it was a human. Damn, I just strengthened his testimony. Jive with the facts. contradiction! There is a huge contradiction in this testimony that was just given.
Objection!
And here we go again. Blah, blah, blah. He said it was a huge... It could have been something. The hat?
Take that!
Apparently that was very wrong. Hold on, I'm gonna try and fix this lag, because it's kind of bothering me. See you guys in a bit. Or in a second. Hopefully this fixes the lag. I just closed the Camtasia Studio thing. It's gonna open right back up when I save this thing. But anyway, straight towards the guilty verdict, blah blah blah. Yeah, see, this is a lot better. Sorry for behind. The light in your room was turned off then, right? That's true. I was going to bed after all. So with the lights off, you were still able to clearly see a human fly by your window? The safety lights lit things up enough for me to see, but honestly, there was only enough light for me to see the silhouette outside my window. It was the person's back, so I could see was the white roses on the so I couldn't see the white roses on the front. Did you see any other symbols? Come on. I clearly saw the silk hat, as well as the cloak wrapped around his body. I'm convinced that that person I saw was Max Galactica. The more I press him, the less results I seem to get. Okay, there has to be a cat. I swear there's a contradiction with that. It has to be the silk hat, because we have it right here.
Objection!
She's going to object, as per usual. Proof of evidence. He said he saw the silk hat. Yeah, he said he saw it. You claim to have seen the exact same thing Mo saw that night. Do you stand by that? What do you mean? The silk hat. What about the silk hat? I saw it on Max's head as he flew by my window. Well, you should have tried looking down out of your window that night. That would have been quite difficult considering the state I'm in. Just looking outside of the window was tough enough a challenge for me. That's a shame, because you would have noticed the silk hat was found on the scene. That's the remaster's hat, right? Afraid not. No matter how you look at it, this is Max's silk hat. Where are you going with this, Mr. Wright? Are you saying that Max has two silk hats? No. This is handmade, one-of-a-kind model, made only for Max Galactica. Which means, Acro, that you've been fibbing on the stand! Order, order!
Objection!
Like always, someone has to open their mouth before thinking. Are you okay, Nick? Well, I opened my big mouth, and now I have to back it up. How about it, Mr. Wright? What would cause this witness to commit perjury in court today? We're not gonna be... I don't want to say he's the real culprit just yet, but... we kind of want to say that in the back of the hand, right? But... can't say he's dreaming, because that's complete and utter bullcrap. I don't want to say he has a grudge against Max. I really want to say he's the real culprit, but I feel like it's too early to be saying that. But, does he have a grudge? He never really seemed to be talking bad about Max the entire time. The only grudge he has that's obvious is against Regina. So, I guess we have to say he's the real culprit? Your Honor, on this occasion, the defense accuses Acro himself. On this occasion? Accuses Acro? What in the world are you accusing him of? Obviously, we accuse him of the murder of Mr. Russell Berry. I almost said Rary Russell. Mr. Wright, are you serious? Deadly serious, Your Honor. I think your trip to the circus had served you well. You seem to remember it to try and grab an audience's hearts and minds. Yeah. Your Honor, don't allow yourself to be swayed by theatrics. Trying to wow the crowd with smokes and mirrors is the oldest bluff in the book. Hercule. Really? If you don't believe me, just look at the witnesses. Looks can be deceiving. He's calm enough for it to be almost scary. Again, looks can be deceiving. He's staying rather calm and collected. the bird! What the heck? Mr. Dingley, do you have any response to the defense's accusation? I don't really need to say a thing, do I? What do you mean? Everyone, take a good look at me. I can't even stand up by myself, let alone leave the lodging house. That's true. I understand that Mr. Wright is just trying to help his client. But to do this by accusing me of a murder of all things? Oh god. See? Even a sliver of common sense makes it clear the accusation is ludicrous. She's right. Way to pick on the disabled, you heartless, cruel man. Phoenix is a poopy head. See that, Mr. Phoenix Wright? If you're trying to drum up support from the peanut gallery, that's how you should do it. I think that's enough of this little game. I've got a doctor's note to confirm that Acro is unable to stand on under his own power. Maybe the defense is planning on making a claim to counter this as well? I can hear the defense now. Acro had an accomplice. What do you say about this, Mr. Wright? Did Acro have an accomplice? Nah. Now then, this must be when we get to hear the name of the mystery accomplice. Not this time, Von Karma. What? You're not going to sucker me into this one. What are you blabbering about, Mr. Wright? There was no accomplice! Acro planned and committed this murder all by himself! Order! Order! What are you getting at? Way to keep them on their toes, Nick! Now I'm going to have to prove how it all fits together. I have to show how Acro murdered Russell Berry. Can you do it, Nick? Can you really do that? I know what I can't do. I can't stop now. I stop attacking, I'm doomed. Alright, then let's do it! Mr. Phoenix Wright. If this witness is the killer, then his eyewitness account is all lies, right? Mr. Wright, I'd like you to clear something up for me. When the crime was committed, where exactly was Mr. Dingley? Well, let's think about it like this. The crime happened directly under his room. And there are no footprints or anything. So the logical thing for him to be is his own room. Don't ask me how it's logical. He's obviously here the entire time. That's Acro's room? Pretty simple, eh? Acro, if you weren't able to leave the lodging house by himself, there's only one answer to that. Acro didn't leave his room to kill the ringmaster. What? Are you nuts? What say you, Mr. Dingley? It's an interesting theory. That's it? Considering that what you propose is impossible, yes, that's it. Did he just turn this around on us somehow? Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? As the witness has stated, your assertion is impossible. As he is in a wheelchair, there is no way he could go to the scene or be the killer. You've got a point. It seems you've forgotten once again, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The defendant was clearly spotted at the scene of the crime. That's true. Most of that he saw Max, didn't he? Yeah, he did say he saw him, but Maya, it's still impossible for humans to fly. Do you mind if I ask a question, Mr. Wright? What is it? I understand some of your logic. However, how do you think that I killed him? If I can't leave my room, I obviously couldn't wear Max's costume. How did he do it? That's the next course of this legal buffet. Be careful, Nick. If you mess up here, she's right. I can't mess up here. I've got to give this one some serious thought. I'm sure that Acro killed the ringmaster, and he killed the ringmaster while he was in his room. No doubt about that. Time to enlighten us on how Mr. Dingley committed the crime, Mr. Wright. How did he do it? That's a good question. I guess we'll find out next time, because I'm stumped. See you guys later.